I made the first greatest mistake of my life. I got married in 1997 as a poor man. And I suddenly realized that when you are single and poor, there can be an excuse for your poverty. When you are single and poor, there can be an excuse for your irresponsibility. But don't ever try to be poor as a married man, because there is no romance without finance. If you think love is blind, marriage will open your eyes. I fell for the trap of I love you the way you are. I was born again, honest and naive. And I did not understand that naivety will put me in trouble. So when I got into the relationship, I told the woman, you know what, this is who I am. I'm a pastor. I have 200 members. I've written this book, that book. I believe my future is bright. She said, no. It's not about money. I love you the way you are. And I fell for the trap. I did not know that I love you the way you are does not mean I love you to remain the way you are. I did not know that I love you the way you are was a statement of faith. That when a woman tells you I love you the way you are, she's honest and sincere, but she has a calendar in her subconscious mind that if I suffer with this man, at least the way they go within 2 to 3 years, maximum 5 years, he go change, he go blow. No, in this kingdom we don't blow, we grow. If you jump up, you will come down. If you grow up, you will stay up. We don't blow, we grow. So, and if at the end of that expiration your story does not change, our own story will change. So even though I was honest and sincere, I suddenly realized that I was not a man. I thought I was a man until I started hearing, you are not a man. Are you a man? He that cannot take care of his house is worse than an infidel. I'm me, a pastor. Pastory people, cadre 30,000 people. I'm not a man. Wait, because I don't marry, I don't be mad again. Then I realized that this is terrible. Then I make the second greatest mistake of my life. I impregnated my wife as a poor man. As the pregnancy was growing, my confusion was growing. As the pregnancy was growing, my depression was growing. And sometimes we sit down and we ask, are you a man? When you are mentally abused, you know, today I say my mental health, we don't suffer mental health. We don't even know the definition of what we suffer. Then in my frustration, I cried out to God. I will never forget. I cried out, I said, God, I'm tired. All my life I've served you. My mates are doing all kinds of things I didn't do. I don't smoke, I don't drink, I don't womanize. I pay my tithe. You know, church, they say, if you bring your tithe, things will not be tight. If you are suffering, give your offering. All those cliches. When you enter trouble, you will reassess the revelation. So I began to cry, and every scripture I threw at God, I just kept hearing, who told you? Who told you? Who told you? Who told you? Then, for the first time in my life, I suddenly realized that many of the things I held on to, I did not have a personal conviction about. I suddenly realized that many of the things I believed and practiced was based on pastor said, bishop said, reverend said, papa said, not encounter with the Lord for myself. I suddenly realized that I was nothing but a religious person, not a Christian. Then I realized that Christianity is not a religion, but a relationship with your Creator. Christianity is not a religion. Religion is more dangerous than the devil. When you practice Christianity as a religion, you'll be a pawn in the hands of charlatan. You'll be a victim of the religious interpretation and the myopic interpretation of scriptures of the people you listen to. And for the first time, God told me, if you really want to be free, let me show you the way out. And it took me from Genesis to Revelation and began to show me from the word the way out of poverty. I was seeing scriptures that I never saw before. Scriptures that we have interpreted based on religion. I was reading from another translation, occupy till I come, that they used to tell us to be holy. I saw that it is do business till I return. He gave gifts unto men that we thought it was ability to sing, ability to dance. I saw that the gift was money. I said, hey, couldn't you have put my money in the bank so that at my coming, I will have it with interest? I suddenly realized that many of the scriptures we have put religion into has nothing to do with religion. And I said, wow, Lord, show me how. And in 8 months, I had an encounter with God, 1997 to 1998. For 8 full months, I was like a madman. And God gave me an assignment. Don't forget, there was no Google now. No Google. Google did not exist, nothing. And God told me, go and see. He said, who is the richest man in Africa? Who is the richest man in North America? Who is the richest man in Asia? He began to ask me, who is the richest man in all the continents of the earth? None of them were born again. He said, so if all the rich people are not in church. Does that not tell you something, my son? Did they get the money from the devil? Did they get it from? He said, so I said, God, I don't understand. So he began to show me. And guess what? I studied the rich and wealthy people on the face of the earth. I studied their life. I studied because the success leaves clues. Hello? Life is lived forward but understood backwards. That's why you look and say, if I knew what I know now, it's because you are growing. And I began to study, and I saw that every rich man, every rich woman on the face of the earth, there were things that were common to every one of them. And I'm like, wow, where have I been? You know, it's amazing how you will come to church and they will tell you read Bible, and then when you want to read other book, they say that's secular book. And you went to school. Is it Bible you read to become a surgeon? Is it Bible you read to become a lawyer? So you go to school, academic book is okay. But to read other books that will help your mind to develop is not okay. Why? And then we're just reading how to cast out devils, 7 ways to heal the sick. Instead of healing our ignorance. When I came out of that encounter, I knew exactly what to do to come out of poverty. I began to practice it, and in 2001, my story had changed. And I saw that, you mean in 3 years, somebody's life had just changed like this? I was still doing what I was doing, but now with a different mindset and with a different strategy. And I say, wow. He said, now that you know it, go teach your people. I began to teach my people. I saw results. He said, now go teach my people. I had to teach my people and then his people. Go teach my people how to create wealth. And that's how the mandate for this assignment came. So I want to share with you today what I've simply entitled the journey to wealth creation. The journey to wealth creation, or the journey to financial freedom. And like I said, it's a journey. Wherever we stop, we stop. You get the other things in the materials. The journey. Because what I want to deal with today is to deal with the software. Because once the software is settled, once the engine is settled, every other thing will take shape. Because when you want to study, there are different ways to learn. One of the ways to learn is emulation. You emulate what somebody else is doing. One of the ways to learn is observation. You observe what other people are doing. You know, when we start learning, when you go to school, when the children start in the elementary school, the first thing they do is to begin to scribble. They begin to scribble. They just scribble. Why? Because they are trying to connect their hands to their brain. There's a connection. It's like when you have a mouse and you want to make connection. So they begin to scribble. And the next thing they begin to do is to begin to give them numbers and figures. So they do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or A, B, C, D, A for apple. Now, you find out that the 26 alphabets, A to Z, every word that have ever existed, every word that exists, and every word that will ever exist in the English language come from those words. So once you know A to Z, you have the engine. You have all the potential. What you now need is to know what BOY means or what BALL means. But all the things you need are there. Same thing, 0 to 9 is where all the numbers will come from. 0 to 9. Every other thing is a combination of that 0 to 9. So what I want to do today is to give you the A to Z and 0 to 9. Give you the engine. And once you have that engine, then you begin to, some of the engine you will get today will just bring perspective to what you say, okay, no wonder. You just begin to click them together. Bones will begin to locate bones. And out of the valley of dry bones, an army shall rise. So let's start. When it comes to wealth creation, there are 5 people on the journey to financial freedom. So we need to begin with diagnosis. So if you get the books, the first thing in the book is what we call the financial intelligence test. Because without a proper diagnosis, there cannot be a proper prognosis. Many times we think that somebody is our mate. Nobody is your mate. You are in a world and in a class all by yourself. Even twins that came from the same womb are not mates. One came before the other. So you need to do a diagnosis of yourself. So in the books, when you get it, you see 26 questions that you need to answer that will help you to be able to do a proper diagnosis of yourself. Because many times you are surrounded by people that don't tell you the truth. And they make you believe all is well when it's not well. But when you are not there, they tell the other people it's not well. Oh. But they made you. Haven't you seen people that dress terrible? And you are feeling, you are like, did you not look at the mirror before you left the house? But when you see their friends, hey girlfriend, babe, you slay, you are slaying. They'll be hailing them in their stupidity. And then when they go, they say, nah, wow, nobody did. They see how she dressed. But you were hailing her. So many times, if you don't have people telling you the truth, you need to do a self-diagnosis. So that's what the book will first do. Every one of them will just see it first thing, diagnose yourself. So now, let me give you the 5 levels so that you know where you stand. Now, on the pyramid of wealth, there are 5 levels. In moving to financial freedom, the people at the bottom are the people that we call they are in financial crisis. Financial crisis. And that's where majority of people live. United Nations have defined living in poverty as living below $2 a day. And living below $1 a day is extreme poverty. So in Africa today, about 75% of people on the continent live in poverty. In Nigeria today, 81. Right now, about 74% of Nigerians are below the age of 35. Our median age now is oscillating between 19. So we are a young continent, we are a young population. So many people on the continent are poor. They are in that level of what? Financial crisis. Take home cannot take them home. When you are in the place of financial crisis, you lack everything that you need. It's characterized by lack, insufficiency, hardship, debt, begging, urgent 2K. Can I say my account number? That's the level where many people are. And you find out that for anyone that is gainfully employed, even if you earn minimum wage, you'll be amazed at how many people will be asking you for money. And you're asking them, how do you think me I'm surviving? If I have money, you think my life will be like this? So financial crisis. So if you're in that level in your life right now where you have no source of income, or your source of income is not even enough to take care of the basic needs, and you have to borrow and beg to survive, you are in financial crisis. Second level is financial instability. Financial instability. Financial instability is where we have another massive group of people. Those in financial instability are people that actually have a job. They have a job, they have a source of income. But at the end of the day, by the time they get the income, it's not enough to take care of their needs. It's not enough to take care of the basic needs that they require to live a normal kind of life. So people in financial instability are people that if for any reason they lose their job, or if for any reason an unexpected expenses shows up in their life, they are going to be in crisis. So they end up borrowing money from cooperative against the salary for the next 3 months. They collect staff loan not to buy a car, not to buy land, but to do the burial. And then before you know it, they borrow money to pay hospital bill for their wife that was pregnant. And you have all kinds of issues. So you have people, they are laboring. They wake up very early in the morning. They come back late at night. They are hardworking. But when they walk like an elephant, they eat like an ant. Unfortunately for many people, the only thing growing in their life is their age. They have become a brand ambassador for poverty. And if you are not tired of poverty, poverty is tired of you. Because they need a new picture for the billboard. Your face is too common. But the Bible says he raises the poor from the dust and the needy from the dunghill. And he set them among princes, even the princes of the earth. And I believe in the name that is above every name, that by this encounter, something is coming upon you today. It's called the hand of God. And as the hand of God rests upon you, it will reorganize your life. And out of this encounter will come for testimonies to the glory of his name and to the shame of the devil. The third set of people are people that are in financial stability. Financial stability. And I'm going to spend a while to discuss these people, because that's where majority of what we call high net worth individuals in this country are. And that's one of the most deceptive level. And I'm going to explain. Now, please listen. I need a handkerchief. Yeah, thank you. Now, please listen. Are you ready for this? People in financial stability have stable job and stable income. They probably even have a house of their own. They have cars. They travel abroad. Their children are in private schools. They have some savings. Now, listening to this, because that's where many people, when he was talking about somebody that will have 24 cars and they are doing keke, that's how it happened. Let me help you. Now, listen. People that are in financial stability, they have good jobs. They have good income. Let me tell you something. There are people that are earning 5 million every month. Some 8 million. Some 12 million every month in this country. Lega. Senior manager. Those are the people in financial stability. They are the most deceived set of people. You know why they are the most deceived set of people? Because every 4 weeks, millions show up. By virtue of the job they do, by virtue of the connections they have, they've been able to build networks with people. They travel. They are widely traveled. Some of them, by virtue of their job, the job even includes traveling. Every month they're in one country or the other. And those bills are being paid by the company. Official car, official coffin, official house, official... Everything is official. But the problem is, this group of people, the day they lose their job like this, 90 days later they are poor. That's the problem. Why? Because everything that produces money for them is through hand income. That means they have to be physically present. They have to labor for that money to show up. They don't have anything that produces for them outside of their labor. That's why they are the most deceived set of people, because they are the ones that everybody celebrates in the society. They are the big boys. They call them high net worth individuals. I was invited to be a board chairman of a company years ago, and they came to me. They said they wanted, me to be the board chairman. It was a publicly quoted company. I said, board chairman, am I qualified for that kind of thing? I said, so let me find out. Have you found out the qualification for those kind of things? No, they say that's in Nigeria. I don't know if it has changed. Now, that was years ago. That anyone that has 100 million is high net worth. I said, that's what you define as high net worth in this country. I said, I need to go back to school. 100 million. I said, that is a poor man in Nigeria now. 100 million. If we change 100 million to pounds, do you know how much that is? So that, I said, so all these people that I said, I'm going to be high net worth. No, it was that experience that made me to begin to explore another angle. It was okay, this board chairman, make a kukuma begin to market myself for that area. That's another income. board chairman, just sitting allowance, annual allowance. They chop money free. But let's leave that by the side. Hello? So sit down and ask yourself right now. I know you have 2 cars in your garage. I know you gave birth to your daughter in America. I know you are a landlord. Yes, I know you travel. I know you have about 6 million or 70 million. But if you lose your job today, can you survive 6 months? If you cannot, if you don't have any other thing producing money for you, you are that man, you are that woman, you are that couple, you are that family. And that's why you see a lot of people that think that all is well and suddenly realize that all is not well. Many of us think that we have very rich fathers and rich parents until they die and become poor. And I say, when my father died, the money disappeared. Money does not disappear like that. Hello? The reason why he died and the money died is because all the money he was making was based on end income. He had to labor for the money to come. Hey, my husband died and all the money disappeared. Money does not disappear like that. Hello? So that's the third set of people. So if you are sitting down here right now and all your source of income is based on that good job that you have, all your source of income is based on that good salary that you had, all your source of income is based on the perks that you get by virtue of your labor, listen to me, you are not safe. It's false safety. It's false security. Because once you lose that job, number one, your appetite has become so high. You have probably been doing business class for the past 11 years and you can't even afford it. I was going to Malaysia a few years ago, sat down next, thank you. I was going to Malaysia a few years ago, I sat down next to a guy in the first class, Qatar, very expensive. And then we're just gisting and talking. So I said, now wow, hey, I didn't know that this place is very far like this. That was my first time of going to that side. Because you are going this way, American, we're going to that other side. So we're just gisting. So I said, man, so what are you here for? So he told me what he's here for. I said, So I said, this ticket is very serious. So I didn't know that. So we're just gisting. He said, hey, how much be the ticket? He was asking me inside first class. I said, you didn't buy the ticket? I said, no, I work with one of our government. He said, I work with, that they just told me that I should be the one to go. That they just said I should go to HR and collect ticket and collect. I said, this ticket is, when I told him the price, he said, hell. He said, that's my 10-month salary. Oh. He said, oh, these people, see as they waste money. They forgive me this money now. So, but that man has traveled wide. But that man is a poor man. But if you go to his office, he has a big office. You have to queue. You have to free form. And he begins to deceive himself that he's a big man. Until the day he now loses his job. And then he will realize that he's not as big as he thought he was. Hello? So if you are sitting down here right now, all the income in your life comes from salary and end income. You are a poor man potentially. It's only a matter of time. So to support this big boy, you are not a big boy. You are a boy of God. Let God help you so that you can. Hello? Then we'll move to the next one, number 4. Financial independence. Financial independence. And this is where we should be pursuing. Financial independence. Now, when you are in financial independence, it's the realm you get to in life where the income, please note the use of words, the income from your assets and your investments is enough to take care of all your needs and more. So what do I mean by that? It means you don't have to do any work at all. It means that the investments you have, it means that the assets you have acquired, the return from that investment and the income and cash flow from that asset is enough to take care of all your needs and more. Listen, there are people in this country that did not steal money, but the real estate they have. I have people, to real estate, I have people I've trained all over this country. I have people that have built. I have a guy, he has one estate, 250 houses. He's the owner, he didn't steal the money. 250. Each house, when they started, rent was 1.1 million. Today, rent, the cheapest rent there is 4.5. So calculate 4.5 million times 250. So when you see him following his pastor on mission, you see him today, he has gone with Baba. You see him tomorrow, you say, how these people, the thing is commanding. He has offered himself to his overseer. Say, look, I'll be protocol, anything, if not to carry back. So you see him jumping, you call it, we're in crusade, light up. This one, I say, you'll be wondering, you think he's a fool? When you have 250 houses, paying rent every year, what are you looking for? Hello? So there are people, I have one, he has a property, it's like 4-story building. It's an embassy that took it from him. He's collecting dangerous dollars. They have 15-year contracts. Dollars. And every 2 years, they top it up. He don't sign 15 years. And you are sitting here. Do you know that there are some people, every ticket you buy, I have a guy, every ticket you buy from one particular airline, he gets a commission. These are cash flow, not that he's working, he's just sitting at home. You can see him today, okay, there's one. And these are kingdom people. Many of you love God, but you cannot afford it. Hello? Salvation is free, but you buy Bible. So you love God, but you can't afford. When they say we are going on mission, you love God, but if you go on that mission, you will return. Your load will be outside. Your load will be outside. Landlord has packed your load out. You go for that mission, you will return. Your children will be sent back from school. You love God, but you can't afford it. Hello? So at that realm is the realm where you have enough income from your assets and from your investment that takes care of everything that you need, and you still have more left over. That's why your journey should be to asset and investment. Asset. We'll get there. And finally, the last level is financial freedom. Financial freedom. At the level of financial freedom, you have come into that level in your life where the income from your assets and your investment is not just enough for you. It's enough for as many people as want to eat from you. As many people. So when you see billionaires today setting up a foundation, and they now employ 22 people, 70 people, 150 people are being employed for what purpose? To come and share money. Say, I've made so much money. Now I'm setting up a foundation. Every year I'm going to give you 10 billion. Help me look for where there are courses that we need to go. That is a realm. It's called financial freedom. And guess what? Are you telling me that God will create you and leave you at the bottom and unbelievers will be at the top? No. He says you have caused men to ride over our heads. We've gone through fire, we've gone through water, but you are bringing us out into a wealthy place. Into what? A wealthy place. So we need to have that understanding, because I am so grateful to God. When we came into church in the 80s, we were hearing things like as poor as a church rat. When we came into church in the 80s, it's not like this. Oh, the level of religion. I have classmates, I have colleagues that were in school, people that left school in final year to say they are going to serve God. Oh, take the whole world and give me Jesus. Oh, this world is not my own, I'm just passing by. Now 25 years later, 30 years later, they are still passing by. They have taken the whole world, they are giving you Jesus. Now rent you can't pay, even offering you can't pay. You have joined them online to fight what you believe. Why? Because your life is a testament otherwise. Hello? You are now in the wrong WhatsApp group. But one of the things that God began to help me to understand is, son, I'm the creator of all but the savior of some. And as a creator, I have a responsibility to my creation, regardless of what they think about me. So God is the one that created everyone. I can tell you for free, there is no rich and wealthy man on earth today. The principles they apply, they are the principles of the kingdom. Hello? Principles are universal. Anywhere you are, principles are universal, but the application of those principles are personal, contextual, and geographical. Principles are universal. The law of gravity. So whether you jump up in Lagos, or you jump up in Abuja, or you jump up in Tokyo, or you jump up in Hong Kong, or you jump from Australia, you are coming down. Whether you are male or female, you are coming down. It's not a respect of persons. Principles are universal, but the application of those principles, number one, they are personal. When you hear a principle, that's why a lot of people, because they don't understand this breakdown, they get confused. They say, I don't understand. Oh, this motivational speaker, aspire to perspire to acquire. Hey, they're just be motivating people. And I don't understand. I've read that book. It didn't work for me. No. When you read any book, you get any information, get the meat of it, which is the principle. When you have gotten the principle, you now ask yourself, personally, how does it relate to me? Because there are principles you will hear that you cannot yet apply. Hello? Because when the principle came, he met you below ground zero. So if I tell you now, you need to save 10% of your income, is it not somebody that has income that will save? So don't judge me for telling you to save. Understand that, I need to save, but God, I don't have income first. So now I know that when I start having income, I have to say, so Lord, let's share that principle first. Settle me with income first. When income starts, then I will start saving. Not that you say it's a lie. It's not a lie. It's your life that is a lie yet. So principles are universal, but the application is what? Personal. Number two is contextual. What's your context? You are a single parent with 4 children and an irresponsible man. And somebody else is married to a man that takes care of all the bills. The way you will practice the principle will differ. I run the Billionaires Conclave and the global president, and I mentor a lot of high net worth individuals, because I started to grow as a pastor and I'm also in the marketplace. I suddenly began to realize the disparity between church and marketplace. So I see a lot of people, they are born again, they are doing well. And I say, what church do you go to? So I realized that every time they communicate with pastors and they are talking about turnover, they are talking about business, the man is thinking of tithes, he's thinking of how to collect their money. So they are like, is it money, sir? We are turnover is not profit, sir. Turnover, the revenue. When the man we did 3 billion, I say, hey, you mean you did 3 billion? And then the church, we didn't see in your building fund. And the guy will come to the pulpit, some of you are here. You are just, turnover is not income. It's not their money. But because the man, so I said, that's okay. I think there's something here. Because the higher you go, the fewer the people that can speak into your life. The higher you go, the fewer the people that can give you the information you need. Because if you are driving a car, you can afford to have an accident. There are many things that can save you. Other cars on the road can help you. The Corvettes can help you. People can rush you to quickly help you. But if you are flying, you need what we call precision science. Any attempt, you are gone. So the higher you go, the more you have to be sure of the kind of information you get. And that's why you need to understand. So personal, then context. What is your context? So that you'll be comparing yourself with people. 2 years ago, we had a lady come into the Billionaires Conclave, our annual conference. She was invited by her friends. She came into that meeting. When she came in, we were looking at her deck top. You know, some people, when they come, they look billions. I saw the shoe. Immediately she came in, the cologne, the perfume, all of us, we are all men. Guy, the babe just enter. Guys turn. He say, I said, guys, see, all of us we're discussing her. See, I said, So we're like, okay, new member has come. She's new. So we saw the deck up, bone straight, without a straight life. We see bag and shoe to match. Destiny is not matching bank accounts. You're fixing eyelashes. You can't fix your life. So she came in, looking all together. Day 1. Apparently, she saw somebody she knew. Day 1. Day 2, she came again, decked up. And then it was open house session to ask questions. She said, I have a question. She said, I don't understand. See, my friend told me that when she joined you people in 2 years, her life changed. And I know her, it has changed. So I said, let me come and see what magic you people want to perform in this Nigeria. See, so when I came yesterday and I heard everybody talking billion, I said, in this same Nigeria, these people foreigners. He said, but that guy, I know him. He lives on my, I see 2 years ago, I still borrowed him money. So I know him. And I know he's not a thief. And I've been wondering, this guy just don't blow like that. I didn't know. So, but it was yesterday when I started hearing his testimony that I said, don't wonder, this is what this guy has been doing. He said, so I want to ask a question. He said, the whole of last year, she said, the whole of last year, the turnover from all my business is less than 5 million in this Nigeria. And these people are talking billion. Sir, are you people using something? So I said, let me start by answering your question. Yes, we are using something. Everybody's using something. just be sure the one you are using is the right one. Because you are either in the secret cult or you are in the secret place. If you are not using something, somebody is using something against you. And so we are using something. We are using faith. We are using prayer. We are using fasting. We are using holiness. We are using service to God. We are using communion. We are using something. I said, but that being said, let me ask you a question. Are you married? She said yes. Your husband is comfortable and takes care of all your needs? She said yes. I said, that's why you can never be rich. She looked at me. I said, yes, because wealth is not sexually transmitted. Wealth is not sexually transmitted. Being married to a rich man does not make you rich. You know all these women, you come from a poor family, or your father, mother, brother, everybody put together. I never see 1 million for your life. You now marry a rich man. You now enter. You want to gabaru everywhere. It's my husband's money. You can't give that one. If it's easy to make money, why did your family not make it before you came? Marriage is not economic empowerment. And that's why many of you African women are suffering all kinds of abuse, because you are not empowered. You sit down there, they mess up your life because you are not empowered. So I said, my sister, that's why you can't make it. I said, number one, wealth is not sexually transferred. I said, number two, many of you in Africa, you are raised to depend on your husband. It's only when the man cannot take care of you, you start thinking that you two should do something. As long as the man can take care of everything, many of you just settle down. You just want to sit down there and eat well. I said, my sister, he said, so excuse me, she was already, the women liberation, she was already, are you saying I should not be able to say, my sister, cool down. Everybody with the command things, listen, you come here listening, humble yourself, 5 million, and you make the whole of last year. You did talk, you better keep quiet. So I said, listen to me. I said, when you came in yesterday, guys, we were checking you out. When you came in, I said, even look at what you are wearing now. That bag, that's designer, that's not fake. I said, look at your wristwatch. I said, look, as you did, so you are like 3 million. I said, so listen to me. I said, you don't have a great enough why to become successful. I said, so no matter how much you labor, everything you can do to increase your income, when the stress is too much, you give up. Because what are you looking for? Wait, you're a landlady, you already have cars, so what are you really looking for? I said, if your husband was a useless man, and you are the one paying house and paying school fees, and he's still carrying girls, he has side chick because he's a side cock. I said, if you are a single parent with 3 children without any help from anywhere, and even your parents and your siblings are looking up to you, I say your brain will wake up. You will make money. I say, people like you, soft life is the software that kept you poor. She said, so what do I do? I say, readjust your why. I say, your husband will not be poor. He's already rich. There's nothing wrong enjoying your husband's money. I said, and you don't need money because you don't have a strong why. I said, let your children become your why. I said, make up your mind as you live here today that by the time I said, how old is your children? She told me, I said, okay. I said, settle it today that on the 18th birthday of your son, you are going to hand him over 1 billion naira. On the 18th birthday of your daughter, you are going to hand over to her 1 billion naira. So everything you are doing now, you are running against 18 years birthday of your son and your daughter. That was 2 years ago. The year after, she did about 60 something. This last year, she did almost 200 million in turnover in 2 years. Now, are we using something? Yes. Knowledge, ignition. Now she has a stronger why. The husband, he says, my husband, he said, what's all this? What are you looking for money for? He says, it's not about you, honey. He said, sir, you know the amazing thing? My husband respects me more now. He says, when he's talking, me too, I'm talking. When he's talking of how the forex, me too, I'll be talking forex, I'll be talking monetary policy. He said, this below that thing. He said, I've been telling him to come and join, but he's very busy. He's very busy. He said, but sir, in 2 years, what is your why? So principles are universal, but the application is what? Personal, contextual, and geographical. What is your geography? Oh, buy land, real estate is very powerful. Not in Ukraine now. Hello? So no matter now Ukraine we can't be buying land now. Hello? We're in Gaza. We can't be buying land. So even though the principle is true, look at your context. Look at your context. One of our mentees in the Billionaires Conclave is a farmer in this country. Right now, the only thing he has for the past 10 years is his money in fixed deposit. I'm talking of a billionaire that has over 7,000 hectares of land in this country. But when the herdsmen came, even his land in the state where he is, you are there, he has not entered his farm for 5 years. Something that he invested over 10 billion in. At the age of 71, he was still here last year crying. He said, sir, what do I do? I'm 71. He said, all my life, if they told me, he said, the only money I have, all the thing I have is just 4.something billion. He said, look at my life, and dollar is messing up my money. I said, it's time to invest and buy properties in the US and buy property abroad so that I can be getting rent in dollars or else. That's the way you will see your money dwindle before your very eyes. Hello? Check your context. One of our mentees in the Billionaires Conclave, he owns the largest gold mine in Zamfara here. Right now, he's in debt. Why? He can't enter. Government say nobody, he can't enter. Just Zamfara here. He cannot enter. Somebody that was a billionaire that was giving right now. If not for other things that he has, multiple streams of income. So you need to know your context. So let's go deeper. So when it comes to wealth, there are what we call the facts, global facts about wealth creation. So let's go deeper into the ABC and the 0 to 9 now. And once you understand this global fact, it becomes the software that helps you. Number one, there is a wealthy place. There is a wealthy place. Don't ever fall for the trap of scarcity. Scarcity is a scam. Believing that there's scarcity is a scam. So if you believe there's no money in this country, you are of all men most deceived. Nigeria is one of the richest countries in the whole world. Rich both in money, rich in human capital, rich in natural resources. In which country will people steal the way they steal in Nigeria and the country will still be existing? Name the country. Hello? The British Prime Minister, one of the former Prime Minister, is it got the bride? He said the way they do Nigeria, if you try that in Britain, Britain will cease to exist. Hello? Nigeria's economy has defied every economic indices. Even a former president that have died over 20 years ago, we are still collecting money from his loot. He's blessing us from the grave from season to season. And as they are collecting it, they are relooting the loot back to the place. So you have loot in the bank, then you go to them and say you want to borrow money, they will take your loot, borrow you your loot. Oh. Hello? And you pay interest on your loot. So they are looting the looters. And Luther continue. So number one, there is a wealthy place. Don't ever believe that there is poverty. No. And there is no money. That's not true. If you say you don't have money, you are right. If you say there's no money in your bank account, you are right. But to say there's no money, you are wrong. Because all the money in the world is still in the world. Monies don't travel. Aliens did not come to collect it. So if it's not with you, it's with somebody. Hello? Everybody is not a thief, sir. There are rich and wealthy people in this country that made their money legitimately. What did I say? Legitimately. So number one, there is a wealthy place. So settle it that there is a wealthy place. And that wealthy place is not a geographical location. It's a state in life where you have all that is required to fulfill your assignment on life, in this world. Money is nothing but a tool for the fulfillment of purpose. So you don't need money greater than your purpose. It's nothing but a tool for the fulfillment of purpose. Number two, there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. Number one, there is a wealthy place. Number two, there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. Every one of us is here today. The only reason why you are here is because you knew the address. Hello? You knew the address, but we did not all come through the same route. But we're all here. That's why they say in my place, Onokon Waja, not one road leads to the market. So this address is physical. This location is physical. It's called the wealthy place. But where are you coming from? Different places, but we're all here. So there's a path that leads to the wealthy place. Your path is not my path. That's why you need to read books, read why, so that you discover the available paths and know which one aligns with you. Some people make money by inheritance. Some make money by marriage. Some make money through their career. Some through investment. Some through sheer hard work. Some through opportunity meeting with preparation. So there are different paths. But one path cannot be all our paths. So there is a path that leads to the wealthy place. So it's your responsibility to identify which path and then begin the journey. And it's only a matter of time. Number three, wealth is created. Wealth is created. Wealth does not suddenly fall on anybody's lap. Nobody wakes up and suddenly realizes they're wealthy. Why? Because any money you don't have the wisdom to make, you will not have the wisdom to manage it. That's why lottery winners become poor. That's why people that inherit money, when they are not well taught, that's why they end up becoming poor. That's why in the world of wealth now, we don't do wills anymore. The days of wills have expired. We're now doing trust. We're not willing anything to anybody. So rich people don't do wills anymore. They do trust. Before they die, they put all their money in a trust. And they say, okay, every year give them. So whether you will, because most of the businesses you are starting, your children are not coming home. You know, many of you don't know how you have used your hand to do yourself. You want them to have a better life. I don't want them to suffer what I've suffered. So the things that made you did not allow them to go through it. Now they don't have what it takes. They don't have the resilience. They don't have the Niger spirits. So they are Nigerians, but they carry last. But real Nigerians, they carry last. So many of them now, you have sent them abroad and they are not coming back home. So all the businesses you have built, you are now telling them to come back. They are not interested. I'm into real estate. I have fuel station for sale, chambers, lega, chambers for sale, hospital for sale, polytechnic for sale, school for sale in this Nigeria. If you want to buy, there are plenty that people have built. Their children are abroad. They are not ready to come back. One is pursuing my executive assistant. I say, don't worry, I will buy you car, I will buy you house, I will give your wife 4 million to start business, I will pay you 1.8 million every month. Just come and work for me. The guy say, I'm not going. Say, what is the money paying you? I will pay you times 4. He says, sir, it's not about money, sir. Why? He says, sir, but you have children. He said, they are not ready. All of them are abroad. Elderly man, all the children are abroad. Many of these people call me, rich people, they just come and excuse me. He said, please, sir, can you come talk to me? They will sit me down, Nigeria, Ghana, everywhere. Billionaires with their children. Help me convince them to return. I was in Ghana, 1 billionaire in Ghana. 4 children, all of them, nobody's interested. Multi-billionaire. I say, talk to them. So I say, young man, you know, you are the firstborn, you are this, I understand, I follow you, I like you, but you know, I'm not going to come back to Africa. I'm not going to. The guy just, they rap. I said, boy, it's the money they made from here that they used to send you there. Your father had dreams. Said, that's his dream. That's his dream. I'm in the IT, man. I do software. I write code. I ain't got no time. You know, these guys are ludicrous, man. You know, they're very unruly. They don't keep the time. You know, I can't be following trucks all over. You know, all this haulage stuff. I've told him, sell it off, man. Sell it off. To sell something where person takes 60 years labor. To tell Papa, sell it off. Sell it off. Hello? God have mercy. So this is why you are sending your children abroad. I'm not saying don't send them, but be sure they have God and purpose before you send them. Or else you will just discover that you have used your hand to do yourself. A man committed suicide years ago. 4 children, all gay. 4, all gay. Got to America with his wife. The wife left him 3 months after they got to America, not knowing that the wife already has a side cock. So they landed in America. 3 months later, the babe abandoned and with 4 children followed the other guy in America. The guy single-handedly raised 4 children without remarrying. Come and marry. One day, 4 of them came and said, Dad, we see you still pressuring about this marriage stuff. We just want to get you out of your misery. We're all gay. So we ain't going to be getting married to no woman. So if that's your expectation, Dad, you just got to face the reality. You know, just face the reality. The man quotes scripture. He said, no, you know, the heart wants what the heart wants, man. Can't help who I love. And many people are saying that stupidity. I can't help who I love. Listen to me. When a fish falls in love with a bird, it's a useless relationship. Fish fall in love with a bird. Where will you live? Where will be your residence? But that's what's happening to many people. Say the heart wants what they... No. It's called inordinate affection. In a demon. Let's cast it out of you. You will normalize. Hello? So wealth is what? It's created. That means somebody has to take responsibility to create the wealth. You have to tell yourself, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Listen, tell poverty, I'm tired. You conquered my father, you conquered my mother over my life. No. Where my ancestors has failed, I will not fail my descendants. In the name of Jesus, devil killer, you begin to take that responsibility. The fact that you came out of a broken home does not mean a broken home should come out of you. The fact that you came out of a broke family does not mean a broke family should come out of you. Take responsibility. Where you begin to make money, people want to investigate the source of your riches. Nobody investigates the source of your poverty. It's your responsibility to ask yourself, why was my father poor? Why was my grandfather poor? Why are my people poor? Stop blaming village people. What you call generational curse most of the time is generational choice. It's generational ignorance. Your grandfather worked in Nigerian Railway. Your father worked in Nigeria Airways. Now you are in NIPOS. It's a generation of civil servants. It has nothing to do with village people. Your part was a slow one. Hello? Your grandfather was a tenant. Your father a tenant. You are a tenant. Simple. Hello? Think about it. I say a village people. Which village people? As what? You see, look, let me help you. Let me put you out of your maze. You see, church people, there's this Pentecostal arrogancy. It will kill us. You say, devil is after you. Please help me. Please, just educate me. Who are you? No, please, just educate me. Enlighten me, please. I'm ignorant. The devil is after. Who are you? If the devil conquers you, is that a testimony? Can the devil go to the altar and say, look, I captured him? Who are you? They will say, who? How many souls have you won this year? How many dead bodies have you raised? What impact have you made in the kingdom that makes you a threat to the devil, for the devil to be after you? You that are still living in sin, when you are telling a sister, you are the only woman in my life, you say half truth. What you actually mean is you are the only woman in my life in Abuja. There's another only woman in Port Harcourt. There's another only woman in Lagos. You that are still fornicating, you that are still living in unrighteousness, that is still changing figure and doing corruption, you now say, hey, the devil is after you. No, devil has already captured you in sin and unrighteousness. You are not a target. Devil is after you. Who are you? For what? Stop all this nonsense. The devil does not even know you exist. Okay, where in the world of people that the devil is after, you are inconsequential. Have you ever seen any refuse disposal truck with mopo? Hello? Whenever you see armor tank, what do you see? Mopo. Because they are carrying treasure. When you see PSP and refuse disposal truck, do you see anything? All you see is smell. Say, devil is after you. No. You can't live in one room and have Megad. What are they watching over? So wealth is what? Wealth is created. So you must take responsibility to tell yourself, this wealth will create it. And then you start the journey. Number 5, wealth creation takes time. Number 4, wealth creation. Now, is it okay? Number 4, wealth creation takes time. Wealth creation takes time. The reason why many of us are where we are is get rich quick scheme. Did you hear that brother's testimony? He carried all his life savings. Put down for that, say one blow. In this kingdom, we don't blow, we grow. Everything that blows scatters and disintegrates. Balloons blow, bombs blow. We pick up the fragments. Hello? Wealth creation takes time. They have been selling land before your great-grandfather was born. Have you bought one? But you hear crypto, you want to enter. You hear forex, you want to enter. Why? Because the software running you is covetousness and greed. So covetousness and greed. Why are you interested in forex and crypto and you have never bought one plot? Hello? When we used to come to take picture, yeah, this place was a forest. If you know the kind of foresight that brought the man and the woman of God here to buy this kind of land, we used to come here to take pictures. Look at everywhere now. A city today was a village yesterday. A village today will be a city tomorrow. You don't wait to buy land. You buy land and wait. You're already an ancestor in the making. In 50 years' time now, you will be dead. They will be breaking generational curse on your head. Hello? You know some of the prayers we pray, think well. Hello, think well. My first child is 25. My second one is 23 plus. My last one is 11 plus. So you mean now, I've been in church for 38 years. My daughter will now come. Let's pray. Every altar of my father's house. I am the father. You are now breaking altar on my head. So what have I done for 38 years of my life that I have not been able to alter the altar of your own destiny? So on the prayer you are praying, ask yourself, we can even excuse you praying that prayer. Will your children pray the same prayer? Hello? But the way you are living your life now, that's where it starts. Why don't people buy land? Oh, that place is a bush. You know, before that place, it will take like 10 years. Hello, ma. In the last 10 years, what have you achieved? Hello? So, wealth creation does what? It takes time. When you see us today, and you wonder, where are all these people getting money from? We can tell you where we got the money from. Hello? I have 70 acres of land in this city. Genesis Estate, just on New Road, there. When I came to buy that land in 2007, I bought one plot for 50,000 naira. I paid for 2 years. The land is still there. Now, one plot is 6 million. I still have over 300 plots left. I didn't sell it. I was just selling small. 300 times 6 million. Hello? And this man of God, his people's tithe are not free. Just they play. So question. Think about it. My first land was bought when I had that encounter. 1998, I bought my first land here in this Abuja. Second plot, Abuja. It was third land that I started buying in Lagos. So listen and listen well. A land I bought for 50,000 is now 6 million. But I've waited. How many of you can wait for that long? In 2001, I bought my first estate, 50 acres. 2003, I bought another one, 100 acres. 2005, I bought another one, 200 acres. That's how I started buying until I bought this one. Now, this is 2024. Some of those, I was still in the estate in Ikorodu 2 days ago. I went to that place because in 1999, our president was our governor. And he called all business people to a meeting and gave us the vision of Fort Mainland Bridge. Don't forget, Lagos was fighting with Federal then, you remember? And that's what stopped it. So I went to Ikorodu based on that inside information. And we positioned ourselves. And we have been waiting for Fort Mainland Bridge for 24 years. But the land is still there. How many of you will wait for 23 years? When my mates were making money in stock market and buying cars, I was just buying land, fencing it. In 2007, I spent 47 million from stock market to fence that estate. It's been fenced since then. Do you know what 47 million was in 2007? And I'm still alive, waiting. So when you see people making money and they are buying this, don't envy anybody. Have you done 23 years of waiting? You want to get married in January, become a mother in February, blow in March. You want to graduate in January, get a job in February, buy Rolls Royce in March. But who did this to you? Who did this to you? Anything meaningful takes time. Anything meaningful takes time. So wealth creation takes time. It does what? It takes time. Number 5. You must become wealthy to attract wealth. I'm going to spend time here. Even if this is where we close, I just came to give you the engine. You must become wealthy to attract wealth. One of the major challenges that people are faced in the world is they are always thinking, what must I do to become rich? What must I do to become wealthy? You must become rich to attract riches. You must become wealthy to attract wealth. You cannot attract who you are not. If you are not rich, you cannot attract riches. If you are not wealthy, you cannot attract wealth. As you are on the inside, so you will end up being on the outside. I was on a program a while back to be interviewed, and a young girl, they have different groups of people. So one young girl that was on the platform, we went up, because what you people will watch, you watch the whole thing, you don't know that there is break in between. So they went on break to do powder. I said, sir, there's one question I want to ask. I said, what's the question? I said, no, I will not ask you. They said, you're a common sense good. I said, every question you can answer, we ask you when we are live. I said, if you have a question, just let me know so that I prepare. I didn't know that God was using that to open another chapter. So when we got in, they said, I have a question. That, you are saying that nobody, what if Davido gives you 10 million? Are you not rich? I said, no. If Davido gives you 10 million, you have 10 million, but you are not rich. So I began to explain. Why? Because many of you don't realize that any money somebody gives you that is above your level of wisdom, the money will reduce to your level of wisdom. That's why many of you have given money to people and they are still poor and you are wondering. Why? And you have given money to some people and they grew it. If they give you 10 million now and you are not 10 million internally, until that money reduced to your level inside, you will not think well. It's like bungee jumping. You just see that you'll be buying iPhone Pro Max, you'll be buying air, you'll be buying, fixing things that is not lost. I love shoes. I love shoes. You have only 2 legs. You are buying shoes like an octopus. I love shoes. See a lot of guys now, 3 handsets like 419. You don't even have any shares in the telecom industry. Say bearded gang. Beard what? Bearded gang. Then I have 6-pack. You don't have 6 figure. 6-pack. Going to the gym and doing muscular prosperity. Ordinary school fees you can't pay. And going to the gym. Building physical muscle, no financial muscle. Today the Lord changed your story. Just deceiving girls with beers. Say, no, babe, I love you. You're so special to me. You are using bedroom voice inside church. So you must become wealthy to do what? To attract wealth. Now listen. let me break down some of the things you have been going through. Becoming is a process that involves a lot of things. I think I'll actually close here. Let me break it down. So, because many of you, this is what you are going through. This is where you are now. You are going through the process of becoming, and you don't understand it because of the things that come with it. So listen. Are you ready for this? This is strong meat now. You can never become a millionaire and live comfortably in the realm of millions until two things happen. Number one, you must lose money in millions. Number two, you must be ready to give in millions and walk away. If those two things has not happened in your life, even if you have millions now, you are still playing. I break it down. What does that mean? You see, when you are going through the educational sector, let's use Nigeria for an example. You go through primary school, but every year, every time you do exam. But for you to leave primary school to go to secondary school or high school, you must go through an external exam. Now, when you enter secondary school, you go through termly exam and annual exam. But for you to leave secondary school and go to university or college, you do what? You do external exam. That's the way life is. As you go through life, you'll be going through tests. If you fail in the day of adversity, it means that your strength is small. But as you go through tests, in order for you to move to the next dimension, you have to go through an external exam, a big one that may end up wiping out, you had the brother, all the money wiped out. Wipe out all the money you have made for you to start afresh. But when you are starting afresh, what did we say? 0 to 9, right? 0 to 9. When you get to 9, what do you go to? 10. When you get to 10, you are back to 1, but at a different level. Then you go 10, 11, 12, 13. When you are going to 20, 2, you go back to. So that's the way life goes. So many of you, the problem is when you now lose money, you give up. That's the making of you. Because you see, God understands the power of mammon. Whatever you cannot walk away from, you have not conquered. God can never give to you what he cannot get through you. God knows the only thing that God compares with himself is mammon. So one of the reasons why you have to lose money is God will test whether you are after him or after things. But when you are after the hand of God, you keep jumping and struggling. But when you are after the heart of God, he brings down his hand for you to pick. So you've got to understand that. That's the test you have to go through. You will lose in millions. In what? Millions. And you have to give in millions and walk away. It's when God can now trust you with that, millions will become normal. Anytime they are talking millions, you just, because you know that you can just write check of 5 million, 10 million. But if you now want to enter billion, get ready. Sit down with Dangote, sit down with $100, sit down with Rabiu, sit down with all the billionaires in Nigeria. They will tell you how they lost billions. And you ask yourself, they are still alive. Yes. I've lost in millions, I've lost in billions. When I lost 123,000 pounds in the UK, I thought my life would come to an end. But something new came out of me. Today, now all over the world, people are inviting me, presidents, governments, come and teach us this. It's those losses. So, hello? Because when you hear somebody lose 123,000 pounds and they are alive, you go, no, say the guy gets on the talk class, 123. Your head go quickly calculate. If I lose that money, will I be alive? You will be alive. You'll be all right. Hello? So, in becoming, that's one thing that will happen. You will lose in that realm you want to enter into, and you have to give and walk away in that realm you want to walk into. Number 3, okay, I've given you, still on that point. Another thing that will happen to make you is that you must be ready to handle betrayers. You must be ready to handle betrayers. You know what the enemy is trying to do? Is to stop you from what will help you. So when you invest in something and you lose money, what many people will now do, I will never invest again. Do you know that this year alone, until a few weeks ago, the stock market this year, since this government came in, stock market has picked up. People are making millions and billions in Nigerian stock market. It has changed now since they changed this monetary policy again with all these treasury bills, stuff that they did this. It has affected the people are putting money back into treasury bill to get 17.5 that is guaranteed. So, but if you don't understand, you don't understand. but those who understand, so now, but guess what? There are stocks in Nigeria that has done 500% between January and now. Yeah, 500% in this country. Yeah. But because you lost money in stock, you say, I will never. And you went to do crypto and they kryptonize your life. And you went to do forest and you are still in the forest. So what am I saying? What will happen there is that you have to face betrayal. Betrayal of platforms that you put your trust in, and the platform will fail because God wants to know who is your source. Betrayal of people. You know why? Because the higher you go, the fewer the number of people you need in your life. So God must have to eliminate people that are not qualified for your next level. And He does that by creating situations and circumstances that will reveal who they really are. Some people are only close to you because you are poor. They can't handle a rich you. Hello? Even in marriages, there are families where the husband cannot handle a rich wife. He's only a man because the wife is poor and dependent on him. That's why they're having problem abroad now. When they relocate now, the wife is empowered. The man can't handle it because he doesn't understand. Because in Africa, manhood is equated to ability to provide. So if you can't provide, you are not a man in Africa. So we have lost our sense of manhood because that's where we're brought up. Hello? So now the women are going abroad now making money and they're thinking, I don't need this guy anymore because I can take care of myself. And then the guy is feeling, you don't respect me because to him respect is give me money to do it. Hello? And the woman is not asking for money to do it anymore. Hello? Because for your wife to travel, she has to take your permission because you are the one that will pay the ticket. But now she doesn't need your money to pay the ticket. But because she's a Christian, she comes to her and says, Honey, I'm thinking of going to Singapore next week with some of my girls. There's this conference. I would like to go just to let you know. What do you think? She's not asking for money. Because she's honoring and respecting you. You say, my babe, enjoy your life. Why? Because you understand. Because you have to decide what kind of marriage you are running. Traditional marriage, contemporary marriage, or kingdom marriage. Choose. Hello? Because that's the confusion. Which one? So you face that test. Another test that you are going to face at that point is kingdom test. Kingdom test. Which is where a lot of people fail. So when you see people arguing about tithe and offering, arguing about first fruits, arguing about sacrifice, you just realize that, you're journey far. Listen to me. Corporate income tax is between 35, 40%. Now, capital gains tax, 40%. So if you are really a rich person and you are wealthy, the tax alone, your tax bracket is already 30, 40%. You are arguing about 10. That's why you will remain poor. What God is doing is to tell you how to be able to get to a realm where you are not thinking small. Because by the time they collect 40% capital gains tax, you add 10% tithe, that's already 50% gone. So if you're already arguing about 10, you will end up in jail because you will be looking for a way not to pay tax and they will jail you. So you have to go through the kingdom test. Can God trust you? Can you close your account and drop in short? That brother that closed the account, it just happened that we have a case study. Now, he closed account to invest. Thank God for the story. You know, that's the making that I'm talking about. God made you, now he's telling us testimony. Can you close account to put in a church account? Can you close your account and say, church, God, take? Those are the things you have to go through to determine whether you'll be able to make it or not. Let me give you one more since I have 6 minutes. Next. There are vehicles for wealth creation. There are vehicles for wealth creation. If you are going to create wealth, you have to choose your vehicle. So if you don't mind, if I can have do we have young people in the house? If you are young, okay, I need 4 young people, just young people. Just 4. Just 4, just come. It's okay, just 4. It's just sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you. No, stay. 2, gender equality. I've been over so now, so let's go now. This is one person. Now, please listen. I want to do an illustration. I will close with this. So listen. Vehicles. When it comes to wealth creation, there are vehicles. I left Lagos this morning and I'm here because I flew. Someone left Lagos yesterday night. He has not arrived. Because it's going by road. You know, somebody trekked for president, and the president, it's say, Baba, now they don't trek for Emilio Con, or everybody. So now listen. So this is life now. I'm going to use this to illustrate 2 things and I close. If you are going to become wealthy, the vehicle you use determines whether you will arrive or not. So, what's your name?
My name is Celestine.
Celestine is going to the wealthy place. So let's say the wealthy place is Lagos. So Celestine is flying to Lagos. What's your name? Emmanuel says, I can't fly, but let me go and take a bus. So he goes to ABC, Chisco, USA, GG, or what God is good. He goes there, buys tickets, first class. You know, first class, they both ways. You buy first class to go by road. What's your name? Lillian says, you know what? I'm a biker. Bikers gang. So we're going to bike to Lagos. So Lillian decides to take a bike. What's your name? Zion. What God cannot do does not exist. I can do all things through Christ that gives me strength. I am trekking to Lagos. So please, when we get to Lagos first, Celestine. Now please, I'm breaking it down now. Why? Now, so listen, is it because he's more educated? No. Is it because he's more prayerful? No. Is it because there are no witches in his father's house? No. Is it because he's holy? No. Principles are not respecter of religion. There's a difference between the person of Jesus and the principles of Jesus. The person of Jesus guarantees your peace and your eternity, but it doesn't prosper you. It's the principles of Jesus that prospers you, because you don't need prosperity in heaven. Hello? So in order for you to prosper, you need the principles of Jesus. What has happened is that the world has embraced his principles and they have rejected his person. So they apply the principles of Jesus and they are going through heaven on earth on their way to hell. But you rejected the principle and you embrace the person. You are going to heaven, but you are going through hell on your way to heaven. Hello? Every rich and wealthy man on earth today is the principles of Jesus they are using. Go to MBA, it's all in the Bible. All these principles, it's all biblical principles. Why? He is responsible to his creation. In order for him to perpetuate creation, he put principles in place. He put the principle of sowing and reaping so that he will not need to come and create a tree again. He put the principles of reproduction so that he will not need to create any Adam and Eve again. When a man meets with a woman, he puts the seed in the woman, he puts the soil in the woman, so that when the seed will meet the soil, the womb will procreate and then a child will be born. That is whether you are born again or not, you will give birth to a child. Whether you are born again or not, if you plant, you will harvest. Whether you are an atheist or not, the principles work. But if you are not an unbeliever, you are a child of God, and you hold on to prayer and reject the principle, you will still be poor. That's why prayer warriors and intercessors are poor people everywhere. Because they always think that prayer will replace what principle should do. No, ignorance is not a demon. You can't cast it out. So we arrive first. Why? Because of the vehicle he chose. She's going to be last. All things being equal. Hello? So listen to this now as I close. You know why we talk about salary? If you are a salary earner and all you are depending on is your salary, you are trekking to the wealthy place. That's what's happening. You may get there, maybe after 35 years, they will now give you 7 million. After 35 years, they give you 3.5 million. You will now see for the first time in your life, you will see million put together after 35 years. So all of you that are salary earners, there is nothing wrong in salary, but salary alone keep you trekking. Hello? God forbid. That's all. I shall not trek. There are many things that God forbid that life permits. That your actions, your attitudes, and your choices are permitted. So these three now are what I call the Trinity of wealth creation. If you want to become wealthy, explore these three things. Number one, entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship. You don't need to start your own business. You can invest in other people's business. Hello? Think about it. Do you know how much microfinance? Oh, sorry, my time is up. Just give me 5 minutes to wrap this up. Do you know how much microfinance charges in Nigeria? 3 to 5%. 5% in a year is 60%. Most of those people that go to microfinance, they pay 60%, and many of them have never defaulted. Many companies cannot do that. So if a woman is paying microfinance 5% per month, and she has done that successfully for a year, for 2 years, that tells you the potential in that business. But because many of them are by the roadside, you look down on them. But these people have 4 children, and they have sent them through school with those things you see by the side of the road. Invest in that business and become a part owner. And say, Mama, if I give you 200 now, how much can you be giving me? You'll be shocked. 200. I go open branch for say, I go open another branch for Kuba. You'll be shocked that that woman is an entrepreneur, ingenuity inside her. Hello? Because unfortunately, the educated ones are the tenants, the literate are the landlord. And then they will be renting house. How do you rent a house and pay 6 million rent and park a 12 million car in a 6 million rented apartment? And your landlord is an illiterate calling you a guy tenant. And you don't know that something's wrong with you. So when we say entrepreneurship, starting your own business is one. Investing to be a part owner in other people's business while you are doing your business is another. So you become the silent partner and then you are making your money. And you'll be amazed at how much money can be coming by you just putting 1 million here, 1 million here, 1 million here, 1 million here, and you'll be making your money by the side. Move on. God bless you. Now, intellectual property or money market or capital market. I put the three together. Intellectual property is coming up with your own brainchild, producing something that belongs to you. I'm an author. I've written over 100 books. I published 58 of them. My books are translated in different languages. So as I'm sleeping, money is coming in different languages, royalty, everything. Why? Intellectual property. Produce something that belongs to you. Come up with your own brainchild. Don't be so excited. I wear Louis Vuitton, I wear Gucci and Gabbana, Dolce and Gabbana. When will they wear in Kichi? When are they going to wear Bolaji? So come up with something that belongs to you. Explore the capital market. Study it, understand it. There's a difference between a stock trader and a stock investor. Understand this thing and begin to play in that field. There's money to be made. Study the money market, treasury bills, fixed deposit, bonds. There's money to be made. Mutual fund, there's money to be made. Don't say everything is a lie, is a lie, is a lie, is a lie. No. And finally, real estate. I play big in real estate on a global scale, and I can tell you real estate is real investment. I have an entire field. So if you want to go into real estate, investment or real estate business, I have the master pack. You can go to the, I didn't announce it, but it's there. And it comes with 1 year mentorship. Majority of the real estate guys you see in the country today, by the grace of God, I mentor them. Directly or indirectly, there are people that I've raised and they are doing amazingly well. Why? Because I learned it and I began to make mistakes, and from my mistakes and my errors, I help them to understand how to do it better. So real estate is very powerful. Every one of you, think about it. There are only 3 people called Lord in this world. Judge, Lord. Jesus, Lord. Landlord is Lord. Only 3 Lord. For everyone that does not have a house of their own, your lordship is in question. Because you have another Lord. Even your Christianity is in question. You know why? Because you are serving Jesus is Lord and you are serving landlord. You have 2 lords. The first time I ever entered a court in my life, I understood that. Before we entered, my lawyer told me, say, Pastor, I know you are a man of God, but this place, no man of God here. Please, sir, any question they ask, don't answer what they didn't ask you. Whatever they ask you, just answer straight. Don't, this is not preaching, sir. Don't preach, don't teach, don't educate anybody. Answer what they told you, go straight to the fact of the case, go fact of the matter. The guy was just educating me. I said, wait till me this one. Now you go teach me how to do public speaking. You'll be near Taigbe. So, now, listen to what happened. Not too long after that, we saw a rickety car coming in. Say, that's the judge, that's the judge, that's the judge. I said, this woman. Now, this one that they call Lord. my Pentecostal arrogancy was looking. I said, you see a car? I need to buy a car. We're just talking. Say, Pastor, please, this is not a joke. Then I entered into the dock. But you know, enter dock, yo. Then she started talking. When I opened, I said, hey, sorry, my sister. Don't be like that. It's not like, that's what I said in the court. I said, my sister, it's not rare. You know all these people. She said, excuse me. Leonard, can you come educate you or something? I said, see, you can use my Lord. Me, call him my Lord. Lord of what? Who you be? That's the reality. I had to adjust myself, or else contempt of court, I will lock you up, and that's it. Because anybody that is Lord has the power of life and death. As powerful as this meeting now, if your landlord called a tenant meeting, you will not be here. You won't be here. You will call for excuses. Sorry, my landlord is calling all of us. So you want to be rich? Begin to buy land. Go into the forest, go into the bush, buy. Because that bush today will be a city tomorrow. I pray in the name that is above every name that the Lord will give you your portion. Between now and the end of the year, the grace to rightly apply all that has been shared is released upon you. And as you go, my God will add favor to your labor, and you'll become a testimony of this encounter. In Jesus, God bless you. Thank you.